Up and rolling.
Turn around for me, can't find your back.
That one's doing crazy. What's happening, everybody? So we got a little time here to chat before Big Johnny jumps on here. So if you guys got any questions right now about training, nutrition, also, are we getting ready for New Year's, or are most of you waiting till January 1st to get into that mode? You're gonna send it?
Yep.
Check. Let me see. Warmed up for you. All right, it's good to go. We did some shoulders today. Ooh, wow, it's okay. Yeah, it will straighten itself
Let
out.
it settle.
Yeah, it will straighten. Look at that. As fast as that went, look at that light. All right, so hello there. All right. We'll just work down here. What am I doing?
Doing cardio at the gym right now. What do you think of one meal a day?
I don't. Give me more than that, though, because if you just say one meal a day, it's understand that I'm going to assume that you are starving your body regardless of who you are. My 6-year-old is 71 pounds, and I don't even feed him one meal a day. He's eating 8 times a day, plus twice during sleep. So, yeah, I don't understand it. Are you sick? Is there something going on? Are you recovering from chemotherapy or radiation? Fully understand if that is the situation and you are just not hungry. So give me more than that, but you're at the gym and you're doing cardio. So to me, that means that you're slicing and dicing.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
Yeah, bring me out and let the overseas label.
Yeah.
Just the wrong box.
Okay. Oh, okay.
We'll take it back on over.
Yeah, just the wrong box. What's up?
Sweaters, pumpkins, laddie, bonfires, and self-care, and boobs, and tits in my face. So yeah,
You don't say that.
right. So just hit me back there, my friend. I'd like to know more information on why and where did it come from too? Because you probably won't say that, but so did you go from 5 meals to 1 meal? Did you go from fasting to 1 meal? Where did you come from to come up with this concept? It's okay to write more, and you're on cardio, so let's take this opportunity. And feel free to clip that, guys, because I don't want to just answer it to go, well, if that works for you, good. Remember, I'm the guy that's going to say that food is the thing that needs to be on point and has to be making your body function at its best. And I don't know why that's such an old school philosophy where today's day and age, and especially the last 6 years, it is less food, don't eat carbs, run away from food, you're going to be healthy. It's like, wow, mind blowing. Okay, so Jeffrey, give me the second pic. This is him again, correct?
Yeah, that's him. So my 1 meal a day is a shake and food that gets me to hit my macros, but be able to enjoy what I eat more freely without micromanaging little calories, since I start doing that like ED and help my deficit.
ED?
I don't know, ED. OCD? I don't know.
ED is
erectile dysfunction.
Right. And that's helping with your ED? I don't know what you mean by that. Okay, so sorry. Do you understand this?
Eating disorder.
I got you. Okay, first off, great job trying to figure out a way to do this. Oh my gosh. I'm actually proud of you.
That's it.
Dude, great job. Props to you. See, if you just left it with the one thing, I would have said, this guy is not, he's not thinking, he's not doing this, but he's got an eating disorder. So he's trying to do what I tell you all to do. Find out your relationship with food. Try to control it the best you possibly can. Food is your friend, and that's what's going to keep you longevity, healthy, less sick. But it's also your biggest enemy. And it's cool to know that when it comes to discipline and consistency, the number one trait to win over is food. If you can handle and micromanage yourself and discipline yourself with food, every other discipline is easier. Isn't that wild? So I think that's awesome. You're trying to figure out what you're doing. So from me to you, great job on trying to do the research on what works for you. And then at the end of the day, all I can say to you is keep trying to build that relationship. The only thing is, how would I say this? I think you're doing great. I do want you in time to look at this and go, okay, so I can allow myself to cheat because I came up with this concept of one meal a day and I get my macros in. And I don't want that to be it. You know what I mean? It's like everybody says, well, if I diet 5 days straight, then I can have 2 cheat days. Okay, it's still, you're still not doing the best you possibly can. You're just kind of getting by and trying to make yourself feel better. What do you got for this one, Jeffrey? I think I'm proud of him. I'm proud of him.
This is a perfect example of why context matters.
Yeah.
And where somebody asks a question like, hey, Mike, what's the best bicep exercise? Go two directions with it. All right, it's straight bar curls. Or the answer that really matters for the individual, which is going to require a little bit more context from that person. And so this is great. So like Mike said, his original answer was one way, but then the follow-up completely flips the script.
Yeah.
So be mindful of that, guys, especially if you're asking questions and you're hoping for a response that's going to help you. Help Mike by giving him a little bit more extra information. That way you, in turn, can get the right answer. Otherwise, you might get slapped in the face, and I get to make a really cool, funny reel out of it.
Yeah, I'm proud of you.
Not cool both ways.
And please come back. Please come back in the future and let us know how this relationship is going with you and food. The one meal allows you to get your macros in. And by you saying it allows you to get your macros in, then it's roughly a pretty good meal plan. Secondary things that I can try to help you with. In time, just remember that your body can only utilize, you can eat as much as you want in one meal, but it can only utilize a certain amount of protein, a certain amount of carbs, a certain amount of fat per meal. And then that's why babies eat every 3 hours. And so just remember that. So you're doing great. And I think this is anybody out there on anything with health and fitness or in life, a baby step like this is a good start. Proud of you. You know, it's like the guy the other day says, hey, I'm going back in the gym. I want to do this, this, and this. And it's like, I said, just go twice a week. And I think this is kind of relevant to that. This guy's going, well, got a bad relationship. Let me just start over. One meal a day, get my macros in. And then in a month or so, he might be split into 2. A couple months later, 4 meals. And then so on. So I'm proud of you. Thank you. Thanks for being here today. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. Illinois, big props, man. It sounds like they're out there cleaning up Chicago.
Great.
So my bro's out there, wrestling coach, and he's in Champaign, up there in Champaign, wrestling. Go for it.
There's just a follow-up
Is it
comment.
time for you to-
If you can conquer food, you can conquer anything. Big facts.
Yeah. No, I did my meal 3. That is true.
Thanks for all you do. I appreciate your wisdom because I feel you can tell the quality of fitness advice by the body of the person giving it. Huh. It's very true.
Thank you for that. And all these donations go to the fur babies, so I appreciate that, and so does my family. Johnny, we'll give you another minute just to get that camera all set up. Go for another one.
Yeah, trying to cut through some of these. A lot of fasting.
It's okay.
All right, throw some fasting up there.
I'm going to pull Johnny in the meantime so he can kind of see where he's at.
We're going right from
Oh.
Put my
Ooh,
seat
yeah.
back. Go.
I just muted them.
Okay, you did? Okay. All right, guys. Keep going. What do you got for me, Jeffrey? What is that?
Mike, is fasting okay to do if you've tried everything else and nothing worked?
Yeah. I think for anybody out there, I think trying things is a great way to decide if it works for you or not work for you. You know, I think that's one of the main things a lot of people do is I should have sent you this picture. It'd be a great picture. This is what you're saying. You're saying that you've tried things. Love it. Just like the person before this. I wish more people would do this. Instead of just listening to something and not really committing to it, you guys are committing to this. And so I'm happy with you fasting. I'm fine with it. Go out there, do it. And then decide for yourself if it's working. And again, I would like you to come back in a couple months and let me know how it's going. And then I'd also like to see, again, what I hear is that, hey, I can't lose weight. I'm going to stop eating. And that hurts me to hear, right? Because it's like, well, that's not a good thing to do in the long run. And so at some point, I want you to kind of get control of the fasting, see what it works for you, how many days you need to do this to keep it moving forward and making your mind strong and good. Okay? So come back again, but again, props to you and you attempting to do this. And that's, guys, at the end of the day, all I ask you to do is listen, apply it. Doesn't work, get rid of it. Johnny, welcome to the show, my friend.
How you doing? How you doing? Good to see you.
I am doing good, my friend. I'm doing good. It's a big week for us.
Huge week for us, man. Huge week. I mean, Olympia. I mean, this is going to be one of the biggest weeks of the year for us. And it's the Super Bowl of fitness. You know, we're just going to have a huge booth there, a huge presence, and some unexpected surprises for sure.
Wow, I like that.
I'm
I
excited.
like that. All I can go off of is how this has worked for us in the past. And I got to say, our expos together are amazing. The fans that come out, they feel appreciated. We get time with them. We take photos and memories and good conversations. And so it's a really fun time, and it goes fast, you know. So, yeah, man, I can't. So yeah, send that to you so you can pull that up. And this being the Olympia, Johnny, you're looking good. I know you're fired up.
I'm fired up. You know, I'm definitely ready to get out there, do our thing out there. So, yeah, I'm excited, man. I'm excited about this year. You know, I mean, it's no hurricane, which is a plus. You know, that's always a plus, right? So
Yeah.
no unexpected things there. So once we get there and we're all set up, I'll feel a lot better. I never and get comfortable until like everything is like said and done. And then at that point, then you can be like, all right, cool, we're ready to go now. So it's always a little nervousness for me. And, big event for us. Everybody comes from around the country and the world for this event. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be exciting.
With that being said, we have some cool things over at Titan Medical next week, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
I'm going to let you lead this because you texted me. I went over with Johnny this morning. I said I wanted to talk about some real positives on TRT, some positives about peptides.
Yeah.
And it is amazing. If you guys don't know what peptides are, there's protein, amino acids. And what's amazing right now, and it shows you how good peptides are. And you can take this and run with it as soon as I just say
True.
what the big pharma is trying to do, because they're seeing their whole future disintegrate. It was close.
Same shit.
Same stuff. Disintegrate. Thank you. And they're going, holy cow, if people knew about peptides and how they have all these different things that can pinpoint your body and make you healthy, we're going to go under. That's big pharma talking. We need to get control of this and own this and take control of it.
Yeah.
And so you guys, we're winning the battle right now. And Titan Medical's out there in the forefront of this. So Johnny, talk about these peptides over there that are helping people mind, body, sexual performance, health and fitness, body fat, control of cholesterol. There's a plethora.
Yes.
Talk to you.
Yeah. So, obviously, big pharma doesn't want you to get better, right? They just want, to medicate you and cover the symptoms and keep you alive as long as possible with these drugs. Where peptides really come into play. Peptides are all natural to the body. They're sequences of amino acids. That's it. And there's so many different peptides that do so many different things. Big pharma doesn't like this. They want to get control of it, obviously. And sometimes they buy up some of these companies and they just put it away, right? They just put it on the shelf and it's gone. You'll never see it again. So, at that point, these peptides have got out and a lot of people are starting to learn about peptides. And a lot of people still don't know about peptides though. And when we talk about like mental, like clarity and like, short-term and long-term memory and stuff like that, we know that neurodegenerative diseases are on the rise too, like Alzheimer's, dementia. How do we combat this, right? And how can you really have a strong mind for a longer time? And that's where we're really going to like NAD or even some of the peptides, we talk about like Sloop 332 is a good one, but we can talk about Epitalon. Epitalon is something that shortens telomeres. It extends telomeres in the body that are shortening. So telomeres are like these things in your body that at that point, over time, they shrink down. And as they shrink and they go away, that's when it kind of unlocks your DNA for some sort of chronic disease to happen to you usually, right? And at that point, if you want to extend that, Epitalon's another good one. But when we talk about healing peptides too, because there's so many different peptides, like you said, sexual peptides like PT141, healing peptides like BPC and TB500. But I don't want to get past too many of these, right? Because I can name a whole list of peptides and you guys probably wouldn't know what they do. So when I talk about a couple of these, there's a lot more that I might not be able to cover because we don't have that long of time to cover it. But some of the really, really good ones that you should focus in on right now that are changing the game for patients and other people out there using it. One, retatrutide. Retatrutide is a GLP-1. It's really a GLP-3 because it has 3 different components that work on the body, right? So this will not just kill your appetite either like the other GLP-1s. This is going to help you retain muscle mass. It's going to help you shrink body fat. It's going to make your body work more optimally. People don't get that. They think, oh, well, this is just an appetite suppressant. It's going to, help people lose weight. Well, not really. It really helps with your insulin and insulin sensitivity and all these different things that you really don't got a control of unless you really get on your diet and you really start dialing things in and your body really starts coming together. So that's one, right? That's one really good one. The other one, testosterone. So testosterone is a growth hormone releasing hormone peptide. What does this do? This raises natural growth hormone levels. Super cool just by that. The other part of this is that it attacks visceral belly fat. And the visceral belly fat is the worst fat you can have on your body. It surrounds your organs. It pudges out. It's something that you cannot get rid of unless you change your diet, have exercise, and your body starts working like it should, right? I mean, you can't even go get liposuction on this kind of fat. You can only do it on subcutaneous fat. So you're like, oh, I'll just go to the doctor and he'll just suck it out. That's not going to happen when you've just belly fat, right? So you got to be able to change the game on this. You could be low on subcutaneous fat and still have that pop belly, and that's visceral belly fat popping through, okay? After that, human peptides. I mentioned them just earlier, BPC 157 and TB 500. They call us the Wolverine healing package, right? And these things create different blood vessels in the body, angiogenesis, to create blood flow to go to the injured areas. BPC is now site directed, where you're going to want to inject this closest to the injured areas, wherever it is, not directly in the areas. I've seen some people say, yeah, inject it right into the injured site. That's probably not going to be a good idea, and it's probably not going to feel good. So closest to the injured site. TB 500 works systemically throughout the body, but I would inject that closest to the site too. Why make it travel, right? And then after that, we can go into a whole bunch like 5-amino-1-MQ. 5-amino-1-MQ unlocks, storage body fat. It's hard. Your body wants to hold on to a certain percentage of body fat. That's what it's trying to do because it starts protecting itself. And at that point, when you can really unlock some of that stored body fat that maybe you couldn't before, this is going to help. So you're going to take this 2 times a day. It's a capsule. It inhibits NNMT. So this is something that will regulate that stored body fat and keep the gate locked, basically. Okay, you're going to open up that gate. I mentioned PT141 for sexual libido enhancement. Now, when people usually think of sexual libido enhancement, they usually think of Viagra or Cialis, right? They think of vasodilation, blood flow, and then they only think of males. PT141 works on both males and females, and it works on the nervous system. So it creates true libido effect. That means drive. And it creates the erections, and it creates the arousal for females too as well. So if your wife and your girlfriend ain't giving you any, you inject some PT141 or take that orally, she'll probably be a lot more open and happier with you. So this is something that you and your partner can both use, or one of you guys use, right? And a lot of partners, they do deal with this, and that could be a strain on the relationship too. There's a couple major strains on relationships that you see. One is financial. That's like the number one thing between couples. 2 could be sexual, right? Like you guys aren't having sex. I talk to people here, and at that point, I'm friends with a lot of couples. And some of these couples talk about not having sex for like a couple months, and like longer. I'm like, I don't know how that could be good for the relationship, because obviously that brings you closer emotionally, physically, and all in between in most cases, unless it's just for straight pleasure. But at that point, this is something that people need to think about too as well. And not just for the erection effect or, for the libido effect, but for bringing your relationship closer together and sharing that. So those are some pretty common ones right off the bat. I mean, we could talk about Sloop 332 and some other ones that are coming down the pipeline, like Hexarelin. That's another good one. Or MK677.
Can we jump back? Because telomeres to me is like you're talking sexual. This is awesome, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's here. Just write down telomeres.
Yeah.
Go do some research later and understand that it's the length and,
It's the length.
keeping these things healthy.
It's these chains. So these chains, right? They're bigger, and then they start shrinking over time and start shrinking over time. And when they start shrinking down, they're almost gone. That's when literally your like genetic disease will pop up, right?
So we're looking at the effects and pronunciation. Epitalon.
Yeah, I just mentioned it. Yeah.
And so we're just looking at all the benefits it does. Besides an antioxidant, obviously it lengthens. You see, there we go again.
That's what happens to your telomeres.
Yep.
They shorten over time.
Yep.
So, yeah, guys, do a study on this, and I'm going to immediately see if I can't get some out to me, because again, side effects again, good things: skin, antioxidant, Clear Mind. What was a couple other that you had there?
Tumor suppression.
Tumor suppression. I'm
increased-
just-
increased lifespan, circadian rhythm.
Circadian rhythm.
Yeah, the circadian rhythm. That's correct. That's the
So-
way your heart beat. Yeah, dude. So there's a lot more that I haven't even scratched the surface with you guys. It's because I don't want to overeducate you. If I just keep mouthing off peptides and like all these great people, are just like I don't even know where to start. But like as you go along, it's a learning process, and that's why I mean we're basically winning this race because we stay cutting edge. Whatever is the newest, greatest, latest, and has the research behind it in some sort of way that's compelling, we're going to offer this to patients, man. I mean, Epitolon's been around for years and years and years, and nobody talks about it because it's not the cool drug. People don't know about telomeres. All the influencers, oh, I want to talk about red true time. It's because those are like the sleek, sexy type things. You get instant gratification from those things. You don't get an instant gratification from Epitolon. And Epitolon is something you take as maintenance 2 times a year. It's not something you take all the time. And with this, like, you know, we're really talking about longevity, true longevity, right? The other one that I would add in there that is awesome for the immune system, you know, as far as destroying any viral effects, it will increase or make any vaccination more effective, and it helps cancer patients to get through their chemo treatments. It's thymosin alpha-1. Thymosin alpha-1 is the big bad boy immune system boosting protectant, comes from the thymus gland. It has killer cells and helper cells, these T cells. It increases T cells. And these T cells, they go down and they hunt these bad cells in the body, and the killer cell eradicates it, right? Like an assassin. And then the helper cell comes in there, and then it basically like chameleonizes it and makes it a good cell, right? So that is really, truly like one of the biggest, best ones that people don't talk about and don't utilize enough. We were using this for years and years.
I haven't heard of that either, and I don't understand why.
I don't understand why either, because thymosin alpha-1 is the truth. It is the truth. You look it up, you check it out, you'll see. Thymosin alpha-1 is one of the best. It is definitely one of the best out there.
Right. I'm hearing that. I'm just trying to figure out why I have friends. I'm at that age where a lot of friends are going through chemo and radiation, and I'm like, not one of them, I'll guarantee it, I asked them, and the doctor hasn't said anything of this to them.
Yeah.
So I'm curious on this, and I'm going to do some real deep research on this to help them out. And so for you guys out there, maybe you have somebody in your family, do the research, do your diligence on that. Again, it just, if there's something out there that can help you, here's one thing is I don't believe big pharma. I don't believe big pharma is there to actually take care of me. I believe it's up to me to take care of myself and my health. And so when I hear something like this, I'll do my diligence to try to understand this, because maybe not today, but most likely in time, I'll have something, and I would like to be able to fight it with all I can.
The best thing about this is those are just some of the things you can use it for. If you're just going like for boosting the immune system, this is the best boosting immune system therapy that is out there. It makes the immune system so damn strong. It's ridiculous. So the reason you probably haven't heard for the last couple of years, and it just came back, is because during COVID, there were a couple of pharmacies, because it was a pretty strong adversary to that disease. And that virus, I should say. And at that point, like, you know, there was a couple of pharmacies that were educating doctors. Doctors just don't come up with things. Basically, like the way doctors get educated about medicines or medications or new medications or sales reps that usually come out, whether they're compounding pharmacies or they're big pharma like Pfizer or one of the other ones. They come out, they buy the doctor lunch, and they start educating them on the new drug and how they can prescribe the drug and will they prescribe the drug, right? So these pharmacies were getting on webinars, and they were telling these doctors that this was basically like the COVID cure. One of the doctors was out in California, started touting it as the COVID cure. I think she got her license yanked.
Oh, this is I did actually hear about this.
So
They yanked the license, and this happened to not just one person, but I mean, I heard of the big one that was preaching it. Let's do this. Let's jump from this. Hey, will you guys let us know if this information so far has helped you guys out or has triggered something in you to go, hey, you know, I got a friend that should take care of themselves, and let's see if we can't get them some peptides or at least some research to find out what they can do to move forward. And all this is great, but we just want to make sure that you guys are understanding it's all aspects. If you have issues with cholesterol, if you have, like John was saying, ED, and also here's some great stuff. And I was talking to a couple guys or a couple people, sorry, I'm not sure, about somewhat eating disorder. And I like that both of the individuals were saying that they were doing their research, they were trying something, they were going to try to do something. And so they're trying to make a relationship with food better, which is great. Props to anybody out there that's doing that. Now, that being said, I think a lot of our issues is because you're so hungry that the mind takes over. And so I know John has talked about this before. I would really like to just jump on that and talk about some of the things that you can do to curb their appetite, still allow them to eat their foods properly and so on, but not those bad decisions. Can you go into that?
Sure. So there's a couple different therapies that can help with some of these different things. Obviously, the GLPs can help with curbing the appetite. You don't want to take away the full appetite of somebody either, right? So that's where retatrutide can come into play for a patient, and they can utilize it. There's other ones too, like tesofensine. I don't think we talk about it too much, but it's another good one. And tesofensine is something that can help with sugar levels inside the body. It can also help with curbing the appetite a little bit too as well. It's something that you could take along with any other therapy, especially with the GLPs. This is another really good one that you can utilize. ECA Stack Plus will curb the appetite a little bit, but it will more pronounced of give you more energy, right? It's going to help with more mental clarity and thermogenesis inside the body. So that means it burning up fat, heating up the core temperature. So, these are some of the ones that, that we commonly had patients take to curb the appetite. Obviously, if they have a really, really strong appetite or they're a stress eater or something like that where they're not controlling it, that's where maybe the other GLPs can come into play and help you learn how to have a balanced diet and small portions or portion control. A lot of people don't know portion control. A lot of people have no idea how much food should be on their plate, what their macro breakdown should look like. You're talking a foreign language to them, or at that point, what does that really look like? And for anybody out there, that you're struggling with this and you have no idea what to do, right? Because me and Mike would be like, all right, cool, like get a food scale, weigh it on a food scale, cook it up. We know what it's going to be. Me and Mike, I know I can eye things now. I know like portions, almost like my steak, my chicken, how many ounces it looks like to about. But if you don't, there's different apps out there. They are wonderful. I started testing out some of these apps, and they have AI and it scans like a cheeseburger. And I don't even say anything about it, and it literally breaks it down for you. So it's at least close for you to be able to track. And I recommend that for anybody out there. If you're having struggles, you've never done this before, and you really want success. Well, if you really want success, you want to be as precise as possible. I'm not saying you have to be on the dime precise, but pretty close. And doing that is just keeping track and documenting what you're eating. I don't care even if you take videos. What you're eating, what you're training, write it down, put it in a notebook, put in your notes on your phone, something like that where you really have a gauge of, what you're doing. If you can remember it all, that's great too. But, a lot of people can't and they have no idea what's what. So, start knowing these things. I mean, because it goes right hand in hand with the therapies. Therapies are great. They're going to work. They're going to help you. But the people that complain about GLP-1s and the bounce back effect is the reason because they're not eating correctly and they never ate correctly and they never tried to change things. They just use it as a crutch. It worked for what it was supposed to do. And then you stop it and now you start rebounding on that weight coming back. It's because you're not eating correctly. You have no idea what you're doing. So you're just going to go back to what you were, maybe even worse.
I'm with you on that. It's funny. I was talking to Bartley. I don't know if you know. Yeah, wait a minute. You do know Bartley, the champion eater.
Yeah.
And he was talking about that he's again trying to get as much muscle as he possibly can, and he's still competing and stuff. And his appetite, again, for you guys out there, if your body is functioning at 100%, it is amazing on how much food you can use and the body utilize it. It's a cool thing to see. I mean, I'm watching it with my son. I still have somewhat of a control over my own body and the amount that I can eat that I could utilize and burn through. So it's a good thing. But Titan Medical has things to make you at that level and can help you do that. So that's the whole point of this. That again, I'm an average guy with just laser-like focus, and you could do the same thing for your healthy lifestyle. Let's take a couple questions here for Big John.
Yeah, because I mean, I mean, even with eating bad and being overweight and all that, it creates bad inflammation inside the body, and there's just it's a domino effect of bad things that start happening, right, health wise.
If you're
Yeah,
drying,
would you recommend taking peptides if you are drying out, or would it be more effective if you are on a strength program? Well, I mean, honestly, there's one for both. I mean, you can utilize, honestly, like a growth hormone releasing peptide and start really shrinking or drying out there. That would be a really, really good one to do. I mean, for strength programs, obviously, there's peptides for that too as well, like MK or hexarelin or testosterone. I mean, even, but, I mean, it's really, really what you're trying to achieve, right? What's going on. So if you're drying out, it might be one way. If you're strength training, it's going to be another thing. If you just want anti-aging, it could be one of those two as well.
did you mean something different than drying out, my friend? Because drying out's usually just a week.
Right.
So are you saying dieting or cutting down? Is that what you meant? You got drying out? Drying out's just that last peak week. So
I
you
thought
wouldn't-
maybe it's Olympia week.
yeah, it's Olympia week. Maybe you're peaking to just look incredible at the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, if that is so. But I'm with Johnny. I think there's if what you meant was you're slicing and dicing compared to your off season.
Mhm.
Yeah, Johnny's helped me the last couple of years. I can't believe it's been a couple of years already.
I know.
It's like
I
crazy. But Johnny's helped me optimize my off season to where I could get in such, which is great, to build that. Again, I wish you guys would know this. It's not just the strength that off season I need. I also need to be able to get the calories to such a high level. So when I do diet, I'm not starving the body so much. If I can get the calories to 5,000 or 6,000, wow, for me, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
And so then during my cut time, if I could just stay and don't go below like 2,500 or 3,000, oh my gosh, for me, that's great. And so again, he's helped me on both aspects, helped me be able to utilize the food, utilize it better. No sick days with the glutathione, the inflammation. There's a plethora of things. And then ligaments and joints. You guys know that I'm a broken record when it comes to that. And again, peptides. So yeah, if you're doing a dry out, I'm trying to think. Just a basic dry out. I guess you'd be still Tessamamorelin, right?
Testosterone. I mean, honestly, ECAs, man.
Yeah, he means cutting. You're cutting down. Yeah, you're cutting down. Yeah. 8 to 12. Definitely.
8 to 12 weeks for sure.
Hercules Potion,
That's another one.
EAAs, Tessamorelin. What else?
ECAs. Definitely ECAs for sure. You're gonna take the ECAs. I mean, 8 to 12 weeks, you'll be shredded up with that combination.
Right?
Yeah,
Man,
for sure, for sure.
I'm trying to think of some glutathione during that time, that because you
Absolutely.
bring your body down and you have less immune because you're trashing it.
Yeah.
I know it sounds terrible, guys. I know, but the glutathione will keep you healthy, feel good, immune system up, so you can fight off things. I know it won't slice and dice you, but it'll still keep you healthy, so you can do the battle.
Well, I mean, technically, glutathione will help you lose weight. There are studies on glutathione losing weight. Plus, we know this. We know if the liver, which is like the filters of the body, is working the best it possibly can, it processes fats through it faster. So, there's studies for that.
This is why you're here, because you know the stuff, man. I love that.
Yeah,
See,
it's
guys,
awesome.
you get it right from the guy that teaches me. I love it.
It's great for sure. any peptides for prostate health, BPH, and epididymitis. So there's not any peptides for prostate health. If you're talking about BPH and prostate health, usually it's like Flomax or Cialis. Usually, like that's what they prescribe to patients like that. Just depend on what's going on. Prostate health is something that one you want to make sure you're taking care of because prostate cancer on the rise. So just make sure you're checking your prostate. If you have to go with the finger check or check it like that, just to make sure everything's okay. Because you obviously don't want that. But I've seen a lot of people with prostates that enlarge, and at that point, the best thing to do would be like Flomax or, like I said, Cialis.
Okay. Great answer, Johnny.
I'm sorry. I wish there was.
There will be one day.
There will be one day. You're absolutely right. All right. If I'm 26 and healthy, are peptides worth learning about, or more for back half of the career? Definitely now. At 26 years old, I'm surprised because there's a lot of guys at 26 that are using juice, right? And, at that point, they go right to the juice. And at that point, peptides are here. So peptides are just natural to the body. You can utilize peptides without any negative downside or effects as long as you're getting from a trusted source, you know what you're getting. At that point, like peptides can be very, very beneficial. And they can do a lot for you, right? They can do a lot for you right now, and they're definitely worth learning about. There's a lot of people, a lot of the old schoolers that contact me all the time, and they ask me about what peptide can I use? What do you think is the best flair? What is the new latest, greatest? And I'll bust it down and tell them. But I honestly, the more knowledge is power. And if you can learn the peptides now and keep adding as they come out, because I just seen that AI has found like 10 new peptides. And these are going to go out and they're going to get studied. And at that point, hopefully come down the pike. It's super cool what's happening with AI in medicine, just in general, and being able to look for some of these different things. So,
Jump back
yes.
for a second.
The
The 26-year-old, because I just the 26-year-old, because I just want to make this clear. To me, it seems as though you're 26. So anybody here that's young, that's hearing peptides go, that's something later on. I'm assuming most of you do glutamine, right? I'm guessing. You're 26. Of course you do glutamine. You probably started when you were 18. I started when I was 14, 15 doing glutamine. And so that helps you recover, right, from a workout.
Right.
And so that helps me be better in my prime years, mostly when I was competing through teenage and 20s. And so just so you guys understand, peptides is amino acids. So it's just amino acids. So I just want you to understand it's beneficial at all age. Mm-hmm. It wouldn't be something that you would do later on. Like TRT, I think, is something later on because you should be working. It should be good at the youth. But going to the gym and not taking your glutamine, it's like, well, why not get that 5% better workout and recovery? Mm-hmm. Doing like Titan Z's, something to help me sleep better so I can recover better, so I can train better. Again, that's a youth thing. That's not a old man thing. So just, I want you guys to understand that because it seems like you're thinking this is something that's, yes, we've talked about some medical issues, but I also want to understand that it's also for you guys that are really pushing yourselves. And I don't want you to break yourself in your 20s so you can't do this in your 30s and 40s.
Right.
And so, again, I know you guys are animals and you train 10 times harder than I train. And I just want you to be smart and recover and enjoy a full life. Yeah. I just want to put that out because it seems like maybe they're thinking this is something that's really down the road. And it's like, no.
Oh, I would definitely use peptides. Peptides and injectable vitamin amino acids. I mean, injectable vitamin amino acids. I mean, you're taking all these supplements. You have no idea. Like, they're so quick to do that. And then just questioning about it. Like, listen, guys, I'm like, this is going to be way better. I guarantee it. I'm like, take the citrulline, take the arginine, take it in oral form, take it triple the dose, which I have that injectable, and tell me it's the same when you go train. Guarantee it's not going to be. Guarantee it. So if you can get something better, you're going to get a better result. If it has better absorbency, faster transportation rate inside the system, it's going to be better. Peptides, as far as natural, best way to grow. Best way to grow. Somebody asked me like, oh, like, how can peptides? Oh, dude, I talk to these kids and on Peter's baseball team, like, should we start taking SARM? I'm like, dude, don't take SARMs. And I'm like, they keep asking about tests. And I'm like, listen, don't do that. I'm like, you're setting yourself up for a lifetime of injections or however you're going to take the testosterone, because once you mess with it, it might not ever come back to where it was. And then at that point, you don't want to feel like crap. You don't want to be unmotivated. You don't want ED. You don't want all these bad things to happen, but that will happen if you crash your levels and you don't get them fixed. So, just do the right thing, and for testosterone, it's the best. I'm not going to sit here and say testosterone is the best, but I don't recommend testosterone, or I don't think that people that don't need it should take it, because at that point, you're really just messing with your system. Unless you're just like, well, all full balls out, like, I'm just going to do it. Go ahead. But I would wait. But it is the best. When you need it, it is the best thing ever, 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 ever that a man could take. I think you're muted.
Where can they buy peptides?
Peptides. So you can buy peptides from Titan Medical Center. They come from a U.S. licensed pharmacy. Medical prescriber prescribes them to you. They're in your name. They're not going to say not for human use on the bottle. They're not going to say for physician's use only. They're not going to say any of that. They're going to be prescribed in your name. And you're going to be able to utilize it. And you know what's going to be coming in the bottle. And then you have full support from us too on how to inject it, how to reconstitute if it comes. Like what should you be feeling from this? Like, there's a lot of places out there that might sell you those junk peptides from different countries, but at that point, you have no support. And they can't give you any medical information or direction at that point, because it would be even more illegal. So, Titan Medical Center, call our text 727-389-3220. Go to titanmedicalcenter.com, fill out the contact us. We'll contact you and we'll get you set up with peptides. And it's super easy to do. Fill out your patient paperwork. You see our medical provider nationwide. So if it's video just like this, you're good to go, and the pharmacy ships directly to your doorstep.
There's another one for you, Johnny.
Sure. So peptides seem great, but can you get this stuff from natural food? Obviously, it's hard to do, but possible. So peptides, no. But amino acids, yes. But this is what I say about amino acids. You would have to literally, like, if you want to get it from food and not supplements, let's say, right? You'd have to eat so much food. Our food sources are a lot different than what they used to be. So to be able to eat that much food every day and be able to lay it out, I don't know if you'd get what you really needed. But if you wanted to see, hey, listen, is this working? Is my diet, am I getting everything that I need? We can blood test for all the amino acids. So we can see non-essential and essential and see where you fall in that stack. And if you're lacking in any departments. So you can say, listen, I am getting all my, my amino acids from food because I'm eating, and that's all I'm doing. That's something really, really cool that you can check out and look at.
Johnny, what is our booth number?
1113, baby. What booth can you be found at for Olympia? So Olympia, Friday and Saturday, booth 1113.
And here's something that's great. I think this might be the best lineup that I've ever seen Titan Medical and John put together for this Titan Medical team at the booth.
Yes. There's going to be some smoking Titanettes there. There are going to be a couple Titans there for sure, representing with me and Mike, and a lot of other people will be showing up for sure. Can't wait. Yeah,
it's going to be fun. Thanks there, Darren. Appreciate that. Booth 1113. Go for another one, Jeffrey. I think Titan got everybody over here sick.
Oh,
yeah. I'm doing glutathione twice a day, getting ready for this weekend.
Yes. All right. There's a good one here. Oh, what's up, Mike? I just hurt my lower back deadlifting 350 this Saturday. What a toll it takes on mental health. I just want to get back into the gym.
Well, great deadlift. Good job. Those things happen, little tweaks. And then That's life.
Yeah.
Sorry to say, you got a great number. I don't know if that's your PR, but it's a good number. And just, when start healing the body. I wouldn't have. Did he say he took a month off?
No. What a toll it takes.
It's just Saturday. Yeah. Yeah, it does. Missing it. Get back in there. Make sure that you're still pushing blood into that lower back. Stretch it. Get some blood flow. A little hyperextension, stretching it out and getting the blood flow. Heal that up. And then, great thing here. It's not a good thing, but it's a good thing in the situation. Is BPC and TB500,
Absolutely.
the Wolverine stack that Johnny has talked about.
Yep. That is the best. You can get it anywhere nationwide from Titan Medical Center. Those will definitely help for sure. And I understand the mental health aspect of things. I need a total shoulder replacement, my right shoulder, my left shoulder all jacked up. It does mess with your mental health, but you just got to keep pushing through, man.
And David, is this a photo of you in the military? I would just want to say, if that is so, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for serving and making America great.
Yeah, we appreciate your service.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you.
Got a good one here.
What's the good news?
What is the stretching regimen, big man? I stretch every day in the range of motions of the exercises that I'm doing. So I believe stretching alone without a weight is not beneficial for me. It's stretching with the load is more beneficial for me and be able to come out of that. But I do it every day. Like today, it was rotation of the shoulders, good giants in the sense of rotation all the way around. That's what we did. And so every week, yesterday was squats. And yesterday we did a slant boards with a rotation of a 12-inch box. So it was crazy stretching by keeping that back in a good rotation and good range of motion through the hips and hamstrings. So
Nice.
keep that flexibility. Keep it the best you can.
Stay as mobile as possible.
Good one. Keep it going down the line. Thank you. What do we got here? Johnny, take us away.
Got you. Question: what is a natural alternative for Viagra? Oh, this isn't the one that's up there. I thought you wanted me to one.
Good one, though. Yeah, I'll pull that one up first.
Did he see something good?
No, the Viagra one. I don't know where it is, but yeah.
I got it. So question was, what is a natural alternative for Viagra? This is perfect. Hercules Potion. Injectable L-citrulline with the injectable arginine are going to create vasodilation and blood flow. That is going to be your natural Viagra. It's going to create that pump. It's going to help with blood flow down to the extremities too as well. So not only will you get a performance enhancement in the gym or any strenuous activity you're going to do, but later on that night, you can use it in the bedroom and you should have a lot more pumping power.
Okay. All right.
Oh, man.
What was the one before that? We got some more here, Johnny.
Let's do it. All right.
48.
Sure. I'm 40 years old, always looking to improve and add size. I'm 5'10", 200 pounds, and taking 50 milligrams of Clomid every other day. What's the best peptide stack? Okay. At this point, you're 40 years old, 50 milligrams of Clomid. What was the natural testosterone readings? If you don't want to take testosterone, that's your choice. Understandable. Clomid will probably bump it up to about 700 or so. Peptide stack to take along with this would be testosterone. I would always pair a GHRH peptide along with this, or you could do MK, depending if you want to improve on size. Now, if you want to improve to add size, MK677 would be another good one. It's an oral one. It's going to create hunger. If you're looking to really add some size and strength, that would probably be the one to go to. If you're looking for an injectable form that's not really going to increase hunger as much, Hexerone or testosterone would be the ways to go. And always BPC and TB500, especially 40 years old. You always want to be, prophylactic about, the joints and the soft tissues.
Did you say the Clomid will get you to around 700? Was that is that just kind of like an average of about it's like where it peaks out at, or was that just a specific thing?
Some people get a little bit higher.
Yeah.
It's not a, it's not a precise thing for every individual. I wouldn't take Clomid. I would take a clomiphene, and he might be taking a clomiphene. A lot of people get it, they get it mixed up because they're basically the same thing, one molecule different, but the side effects are way different. Like when I took Clomid, because I try every therapy, so I took it and I got the negative side effect. It was like deep, dark thoughts and all that. I'm like, man, this is not me. I stopped taking it, totally fine. I taken clomiphene, none of that happens, right? It works very well too.
I got a question. I know this is an odd thing.
Sure.
So it was so will you do a little search on that as well?
Yeah.
So it messes with your mind. You had dark, wild thought. Just a random question here. You guys can cut this out or you can clip it. I'm going to get back on the mat and compete. Wouldn't it be a good idea for me to jump on some of that? Get a little angry when I'm competing?
Definitely not. It's not gonna make you. It's not gonna make you angry and aggressive towards other people. It makes you start thinking about, I don't know, like inner demon type shit. I don't have too many inner demons, so it's just like, I don't know.
I have
man.
a whole-
When you start thinking, when you start thinking bad thoughts on yourself, you're not thinking, oh, I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna destroy this person, right?
Right.
It's like I don't know, like don't feel good about yourself to a certain degree. You're like, why is this going on? Like, there's nothing that I should be feeling like this from.
Why do they still use that? If this is possibly some of the side effects that people get, or is it just everybody's different? And some people triggers that way.
If you look at any drug that's FDA approved, they all have side effects that are more damaging than that. So it's if you have the side effect, and it might only be a small percentage of people that get that side effect. It's just like finasteride. When you take finasteride, Propecia, right? Whether it's 1 milligram or 5 milligrams, it affects people like male castration. They don't have the libido effect. It just totally crashes DHT, and at that point, you don't want to have sex. You don't even think about it. So there's different side effects that come with different medications, right? Like even retatrutide. I got a side effect from that was not very good. Nobody else gets a side effect from it. Everybody's using it. At that point, they're getting great results. I can't. So it's just it's something that's just really different. Everybody's different. So that's why they say, like, if you're getting these side effects, contact your provider, let your provider know so they can take you off the drug. There's so many drugs that causes suicide tendencies or thoughts. It's ridiculous. Every one of your antidepressants are like that. Every one of them.
Yeah.
Some antidepressants affect other people where it makes it even worse than what they feel like right then. And they have to adjust it and change it to a different medication or adjust the doses up. There's like I said, every medication that you take has a probably a list like this of negative side effects. Is that
Well,
you're going to get it?
Let's give this guy, what is it? MK?
MK, hexarelin, like for
Hercules?
sure.
That's going to get some strength and size on him. And he's a good sized guy, 210,
Yeah.
5'10", 200 pounds.
Yeah.
Always looking. And I love the fact that he's 48 and he's still in the fight.
Yep.
I like that mental approach to it. So big props to you, my friend.
Yeah, good job, bro. It's real easy to look shredded and diced at 20 years old, but when you get to 40 years old, now we're talking.
I can get anything else.
I can't get anything else prescribed but Clomid.
Oh.
Been on it at least a year. No.
So I'm guessing his testosterone is good then. Because he can't get anything else. His doctor would work
That's his
with.
provider, though. That's what I'm saying. So when you go to your general practitioner, your endocrinologist, or whoever is doing this, urologist, they might only want to do Clomid. They might be one of these old school doctors that they don't believe in testosterone. So they're not going to prescribe it.
Yeah, just get back to us. So I'm guessing your testosterone was somewhat low, and then your provider just said, "Here, this would be enough. Have a good day." And then you sound like you feel pretty good with just this, and you're good. So if that's so, the things that Johnny was just talking about, the MK Hercules potion, to get some more strength and size, build more muscle. So you're coming into 50 better than ever.
Yeah. Hey, listen, Titan Medical Center can help you out, though. We service nationwide. So, if you're looking and your numbers are like that, you're still having symptoms, you want better, contact us. it's a seamless transition. You don't have to get off your medication. You don't have to crash yourself. You don't have to do that as long as it's prescribed. We'll just transition you over to a Titan Medical Center program. I guarantee we can definitely optimize where you're at and what you're doing for sure.
So are you saying that their provider says, let's say, 250 is very, very low. Let's say this guy comes back and he's 350, but he's sluggish also, issues in bedroom. And the doctor says, no, you're fine. It's still in range. We're not going to provide you anything. That person could actually do blood work with Titan Medical. And the blood work, I think, is next week. There's a special,
Yep.
and then they get that special. And John, you and the team can actually help somebody in that situation.
Absolutely. We're not restricted by insurance companies. We don't have old doctors. We're very educated about what we do. We have very new and cutting edge protocols. And at that point, somebody doesn't have to be clinically deficient to be on testosterone. They could be at the bottom of the barrel on numbers and they have the symptoms right there. And at that point, we're going to optimize them and make them feel better. Nobody should have to feel bad. Now, if you come back at a 700 or 800, we're probably not going to give you testosterone. Unless you're already on testosterone, you're with another provider and you want to change over, but naturally, right? When you test. So, at that point, if you're unhappy with your provider, if you're unhappy with what's going on, you think things could be better, just contact us. We'll give it a second look. There's no pressure, there's no strings attached, right? We're not going to make you pay anything. We'll look and we'll assess and we'll say, hey, listen, this is what it's going to be. So, it's totally up to you guys. And at that point, that's why we're here, 13 years in the game. Nationwide service for you guys, makes things very simple and very easy to do.
So this is interesting. He doesn't have low T. I'm reading that right. Is that right? My eyesight?
I didn't have low T. That's why
Okay,
it's
so-
hard to get
So
to.
he's just trying to bump it up to get a little bit more muscle at this stage of the game.
Yeah, but the doctor give you Clomid to do something like that. It's just really weird. At that
I
point.
agree, because the doctor wouldn't help him out if your T was already good.
Right. Listen, your T could be low T means you're clinically deficient by one of those doctors. 264 to 916, that means you're below 264. If you're at a 300, you're normal. And they'll go like, you're normal. You don't have low T. But, here's some Clomid. Yeah, trust me. Just let us take a second look at things. I guarantee we can probably help you out.
I'm glad this information is helping some of you guys. Feel free to ask those questions here. We're wrapping up here.
Please.
Let's get a couple more questions, though.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Have you tried DHEA? So DHEA is a sexual hormone, right? But you can buy this over the counter in any of your stores out there, I guess, even like Walgreens. Is it going to help? Is it going to help with testosterone, all that? It's not going to bump testosterone, not noticeably anyway, or anything that's going to help you out. Is it going to make you more hornier? Probably not. If you're low in DHEA, it can help to a certain extent. Most people aren't low in DHEA, especially males. Females, though, are usually low in DHEA, but they're usually low in testosterone too at the same time. If you increase testosterone levels and you start taking DHEA at the same time, females usually break out. So when you're starting a testosterone regimen as a female, you're going to want to start the testosterone first. If you're low on DHEA, wait, retest, make sure your testosterone's up, look at your DHEA again. If it's low, then you can supplement with it. If it's not, because it's probably going to come up with the testosterone, then you want to take DHEA. So it's totally on you. Most guys aren't deficient on DHEA. Not most that we test or have tested in the past. Some in between have been, but it's such a rare thing to see. It's that's why we don't run that as a common panel, because we hardly ever see it.
I got a real interesting one.
Want to go to the blue?
Well, let me just really quick here is got to get blood flow in there, and then get your workout in. That's the main thing, my friend.
Yep.
We all get older. We all get to it. Maybe some knee sleeves. But yeah, blood flow, and then get to the lifting. Get some kind of movement in there for your legs. Keep them as strong as you can. We got a great one here.
Yep.
Take that away, Johnny.
All right. It says, Mike, I've been hearing a lot about benefits of methylene blue, but I'm afraid that it might cause cancer. What are your thoughts on methylene blue? So Methylene blue has been something that's been taking over, right? Obviously, RFK, you see them with the little dropper. People have been seeing them put in this glass. We do offer for patients. There are some contraindications with methylene blue too, as well. So it's not just for everybody. So at that point, just make sure you look at the contraindications. If you want to know what they are, you can call our text type medical center. They'd be happy to give you that medical information. You can also look online what those contraindications are too, as well. People are putting IVs, people are taking it orally, people are taking injectable. There's some evidence that it can be very, very beneficial. I don't know if it can cause cancer or not. I don't think they've had extended studies on cancer and methylene blue before. So, I'm not going to say here and say yes or no. I really don't know on that. At that point, I would just look and take precaution. I haven't implemented methylene blue into my regimen yet. I wanted to start. I just want a little bit more information on some things before I started.
So it's not a peptide, or is it?
Methylene blue is not a peptide.
No.
It's actually all it is. It's a food coloring.
Oh, okay.
Methylene blue, yeah. That's what I mean. It's like a food coloring type of situation. It's like a dye.
Interesting.
Yeah, like that's why people will pee blue, like when you take this stuff. So, I just
That's a great joke to do on somebody too, though.
just pee on them blue. I'll
just
pee tight blue.
What's up, man?
I'll pee tight blue all over you. Hey,
I'll
that
do
rhymes. I like that. I'll pee tight blue all over you. I like that.
I'll do that. All right, give me one more, Jeffrey. We got a banger to go out.
Let's see.
Before we go out, will you throw up?
That shot?
Yeah, throw
This guy right here?
yeah, throw that up. Johnny, can you take us through this?
Yeah. Is this the insurance one? Oh, the Titan Takeover. All right, so Titan Takeover, GLP-1 and growth hormone peptide. You can get any GLP, sema, tirzepatide, retatrutide, or you can get any growth releasing peptide, testosterone, hexerone, MK677, masamerone, which is the other oral GHRH. So any one of those, CJC with IPA, any of those, you can get, and you get a discount when you get both of them. And they're great to utilize together. And let me tell you why we made this combination. Because usually if you take GLPs, you want to make sure that you're not having a bunch of muscle wasting, right? You want to be able to keep that hard-earned muscle, whatever muscle you have, and you want to strip away the fat. So that's what the GLP is going to do. It's going to start stripping away that fat, optimizing the body, to work optimally for you. But the growth releasing hormone peptide is going to raise natural growth hormone levels in the body, which is going to help with keeping that hard-earned muscle, right? It's going to create an anti-muscle wasting effect to a certain degree. And you'll be able to grow in this phase too as well. So if you're utilizing these things and you're going to the gym, you could probably put on a lot more muscle. You're going to sleep better, recover better, have anti-aging benefits, and you're going to start losing weight. So these are one of the best stacks you can put together. Really one of the best. Like I said, the only other thing I'd add to this may be ECA, and I just love my ECAs because they're the best. But these two together, I mean, you're hitting a home run out of the park, guys. So let's answer this one too from Peter John. So I really want to discuss this one, right? So BCAAs and EAAs before and during a workout. So really so there's only 3 branched chain amino acids, right? There's only 3 of them. And these are essential amino acids. They're part of the essentials. So you want to take those in, but you want to also take in the other essential amino acids too as well. And I would do it before and I would do it after if you're going to be drinking it. That's what people do. They usually bring around their jugs and they're drinking that thing all day long because the more you have in your system of these things, the better effect you're going to get for building muscle, anti-catabolic effect, so I mean, in recovery in general. So, I mean, I would want to take these things before and after if I was taking these things orally. If I was doing injectable, right? Like you could take Hercules Potion and Titan Complete or Titan Strong. And at that point, you're getting the EAAs, you're getting your BCAAs, and you're getting other great things, right? So, that's what I would do. If you want the most effective way, Hercules Potion, Titan Strong, that would be your best effective way if you're doing injectable. If you were doing oral, you want to combine BCAAs and your EAAs and take those probably before and afterwards.
That's what I do. I do it before with the injectable, and then I do it again after.
Yeah.
I have a secondary. It's in the water, but flavorous, but I get most of mine through the injectable before and after.
Yeah,
They give me a good boost too. And
absolutely.
again, there's other things besides that in there too. They got the glutamine and other things in there. So it's pretty incredible. And again, I discovered this only through Titan Medical.
Yeah.
And this helps. I'll push myself really hard. And this one is one of those things that kind of gets me out of that deep hole
Oh,
and
yeah.
still gets those good workouts in. So this
Absolutely.
may help you guys, but it definitely helps me.
For sure.
Mm.
All right. Kind of booster blue jeans diet. Yes. All right. So we got some other ones up there. Can you run HCG forever with tests? How much my nuts are asking after 10 years? Oh shit. All right. Do you have any zero tips to win in competition?
Stand tall, baby. Stand tall. Snap. Just keep competing. That's the one good thing. Keep competing. Great judoki. I love it, man.
Yeah. Train.
Train, get in there. That's the one cool thing I think I liked about judo is that you have to compete. Like a lot of martial arts, you don't have to do it. And judo is one of those that you do judo, you have to compete. It's one of those things that goes hand in hand. And I think it's a smart thing. So good job, kiddo. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
And Johnny, did I read this right? Is there something going on with a visit, Titan Medical,
Absolutely.
blood work? Can you explain
Absolutely.
this?
So we've never done this ever. So we're gonna do it like for Olympia. You know, I want to introduce something special for people, something to really maybe drive them to really want to see what's going on. And you know what? I want to make things really economically friendly for people. So at this point, like basically, you're gonna get a blood test with a discount for $150, and at that point, you'll get a free visit. So if you get the discount, you'll get $150 for blood work and your free consultation with the medical provider. Usually it's $75 to $150 for that consultation alone. So you're saving that money up front. You're going to get your blood work. You're going to get it read for you by the provider, you know, and at that point, they're going to talk to you about what might be the best regimen. And you can either take it or leave it. You know, at that point, say, all right, great. You know, I'll just take my results and go my way, or I might be interested in some of these different things. Let me check it out. I can't hear you, Mike. You're muted, I think. I think he's muted.
There we go. Hey, before I lose you today, is it all right that I get you to white glove a number? I met a gentleman this weekend, great family man. I guess there was about 12 of them, and this was the grandfather. But he's my age, and he had his whole crew with him, they took it upon themselves to talk to me and ask me, how am I still tussling and doing this stuff? And I said, well, I'll introduce you to a buddy of mine over at Titan Medical,
Of course.
because he's just a heck of a guy. He must have had like 8 kids and then like 13 grandkids.
Wow.
So it's like, I'm like, yeah, you got to be around to wrestle these kids and stuff. And
Oh yeah.
he reminded me of me. So it's like, he's like, I want to tussle, man. I'm too damn good looking. I got to still get them ladies. I'm like, okay, all right, playboy. I said, all right, I'll get over there. I think he's around my age, maybe a little older. But I wanted him to,
Of course.
his provider didn't really want to do anything with him. And I'm like,
I don't.
no, you're, yeah. So I just said, I'm going to introduce you to the main man himself, and he'll talk to you and get you in there to get some blood work done and see where you're at, so we can optimize your health, so you can really get this next generation going and having him stay around.
Oh yeah.
Does that sound good?
Yeah, of
Okay.
course, bro. Anything. No problem.
I'll send you the number and name and everything, and I appreciate this. And if anybody's out there and you guys are following me, or you're in the Titan crew and you're nervous about making the call or anything, talk to me first. Feel free to talk to me,
Yeah.
ask me any kind of questions. And anybody on here that's not in the Titan crew, feel free to reach out to me and DM me, and feel free to DM Titan Medical themselves And you can find those on my pages. Just type in Titan Medical, DM them, and they'll get back to you too on any kind of questions that you guys have. And you don't have to wait till Tuesdays to do this. You can do this anytime.
Yes.
I think we both agree on this one, Johnny. I don't think you should listen to the big guy at the gym. I don't think you should listen to the Instagrammers. I think you should, do your diligence yourself, talk to John and the team, and see what's best for you.
Absolutely. I think that's the best bet for you guys for sure. Don't learn on TikTok. Learn from a medical provider. That's what they're talking about.
TikTok. Oh, he went hard on that. Go to what's the? Yeah, I'll leave it alone. Johnny, have a good day. I will see you Thursday.
I'll see you.
Man.
I'll see you in a couple days, bro. For sure. I got to fly out early tomorrow, 6:15 a.m.
All right, man. Get some sleep tonight. Actually, don't. Get
I'm
your
out.
ass. Let's go. We're in it. It's time to ride.
For sure. For sure.
We're not
I'll
sleeping. Now
talk to you
moving
later.
forward.
All right.
Thanks, buddy.
All right, bro.
Bye, buddy. Hey, guys. Thanks for hanging out. Let me know, too. Again, did this help you guys out? Just answer any of your questions. We did check-ins for the Titan crew. I think you guys saw that. I'm going to get ready for round 2. We are doing the reverse diet coming out of this incredible diet that we've been doing coming into the new year. If you guys want to join me on getting ready for this, January 1st, we are, 12 weeks now almost. 12 weeks to the new year. Let's not wait. Let's not wait until the new year. Let's kick this into hyperdrive. Also, if you do get any Echelon, tag me on any video on your stories or on your posts, and I will reshare that to the world. Any final questions for me before I get out of here, guys?
Last banger, chat.
You guys got any good ones? Training stuff we go over in the Titan crew too. Just know that all week. For all of you Titans, make sure to continue to put up your training videos so I can check your forms, ask questions. Don't put up your good lifts. I notice a lot of you are putting up your best lifts. Put up something you're not good at. Yeah, please. But put up your bad lifts and say, hey, how can I make this better? Let's work off of the bad and make it better. That way your better is greater. All right. Talk to you guys.